In my previous video, I did actually point out how it was quite unusual that Mojang were already working on the soundtrack for the Minecraft World update before the update itself was even seemingly close to completion. In this video, we've got some more details to look at, which could potentially confirm that Mojang are hinting, or at least believe behind the scenes, that the Wild update is complete. A ton of people have been talking about this recently, so let's break this thing down. Drop a like on the video if you happen to find it useful, and let's get right into it. So just in case you missed my previous video, we were talking about the fact that Minecraft, or at least Mojang I should say, did release a snapshot 22W16B, pretty much introducing new music tracks to the game for the Wild update. And I did point out in that video how I thought it was quite unusual. In previous updates, this is something we usually get at the very end of the process, or at least when the update is a bit closer to completion. It's almost like a finishing touch of the update, a bonus feature. It's awesome that Mojang do this. It's basically like a cherry on top of the cake, but at the same time, not many people were really expecting this anytime soon, and it's just really unusual all in all that Mojang did drop this so early. But in my previous video, I did not actually show you guys this, which is the official artwork for the Minecraft World Update soundtrack. This is the official artwork, I believe at least, to be released by Mojang itself. What this artwork does show, let's break it down, is Alex sitting in a boat with a chest, of course, reading a map using the spyglass, travelling across a body of water where in the background we can see what appears to be a spruce forest, both on the left and on the right there. And many people have been pointing out, mainly on Twitter, that there is no sign at all of this updated birch forest Mojang were teasing at Minecraft Live 2021. I'll put some of the official artwork or concept art on screen right now for you guys to take a look at, but Mojang did confirm at Minecraft Live 2021 that they would be updating the birch forest and giving it an overhaul somewhat inspired by Swedish birch forests. Some people were excited for this. However, in this image, the official artwork for the update, or at least the soundtrack for the update, there is no sign at all of the birch forest, which is quite unusual. Some people may instantly go to the argument, but Mojang do not want to tease it and they do not want to spoil it, but I do not believe this to be true at all. We already know this is coming and we already know it's on the way, so why would it hurt Mojang to just throw it in the background of this image, which is not far off from what they've done in the past. When you take a look at the official Caves and Cliffs update artwork, it not only highlights the caves, but it specifically is tailored to show the updated mountains in the background as well. This artwork is often well crafted by Mojang to show all aspects of the update, but in this artwork in particular, all we can really see is the swamp features and the new boat chest, and there is no sign of the updated birch forest. Of course, we've got the LA there as well in the image, but there's no sign of this at all. This may just be some rough update art or concept art or some early artwork, but I do believe it's quite weird how it does not show the birch forest. Of course, it does not show the warden either, or quite a few other things actually, but the fact this is above ground, they could have easily replaced one of those spruce forests in the background for the birch forest. So what I've seen many people talking about and surrounding this image or this artwork is that they believe Mojang are hinting that the update is complete, and I just want to say instantly I do not believe that. Although this artwork seems to insinuate that the update is in a finished state, and it does imply that this is for the final release, it actually probably is just early artwork. I agree, it's strange that they do not show a lot of things in this image. They show the LA, they show the boat chest, and they show quite a few other things actually, but there is no sign of the birch forest. I do find that unusual, but what I believe this is just some quick and easy concept art for the Wild update, which they could throw up for this soundtrack image. Of course they needed something, they could not display it up there with a blank image, so I believe it is extremely likely they just pump this image out, bam, use that for the soundtrack. I do not believe that they would have something like that prepared right now. As I talked about, that is more like the late marketing stages of the update, so it does make sense that Mojang would not have all of that stuff prepared and ready at hand, so I believe this is just a quick image they most likely made just for the soundtrack. However, despite this, I do still think it's unusual that they made this image and just couldn't show a birch forest in the background. They've clearly got talented concept artists over at Mojang, which could probably easily just do this, but I believe this is nothing more than just early concept art that they wanted for the soundtrack. I do not believe that the update is complete, but as we know, which is quite disturbing in a way, Mojang have been having quite a bit of trouble seemingly with the Wild update. They've been leaving code in the Bedrock preview left, right and centre. They left the RTX code in there, they left the spectator mode code in there seemingly, although that's not being confirmed yet. Things are just seemingly just going a million miles an hour behind the scenes at Mojang, so it makes sense that they would not have the time to make actual artwork. Despite all of this, though, I do believe that the birch forest is going to be added, because if not, like, what even is this update? It's cool that they added the swamp changes, all of these awesome features, the warden, the deep dark ancient cities, all of that, but the bare minimum Mojang could do is honour what they originally shown us at Minecraft Live 2021. If they failed to do what they promised and slightly revamp the birch forest, I think the community would be extremely upset with that, even more than the community already is. So do not get your hopes up, but at the same time I think it's extremely likely that Mojang is still working on the updated birch forest. As I said, most likely this is just early concept art or promo art for the soundtrack. I do not believe it is insinuating the update's finished in any way, but yeah, just take it as you will. But let me know your personal thoughts about this down below in the comments. This has definitely got the community's attention and has made people speculate quite a lot, so do you personally think Mojang are kind of lightly leaning us into this, like trying to hint that this is the finished update, or do you think this is just merely promo art that they had at hand ready to use? That is what I most likely think it is, but of course people are free to speculate and make up their own mind. Be sure to drop your thoughts down below in the comments. But if this is the finished update, I think the community would be absolutely furious. The Bedrock side of players are already quite upset with Mojang and the lack of parity features at the moment. People are also upset with the lack of features in general in the Wild update, despite it actually being pretty good. It lacks, like, when compared to the Caves and Cliffs update and the Nether update, it seems to be a bit lacking, so people would be pretty angry. Drop your thoughts down below. Have an amazing day and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.